Hello Voltheads, you are watching the self-proclaimed, sarcastically named Captain KeyForge, also known as PJ Broughton of the Steel City Snufflegators. And today we are here with KOTE Series 7, Round 4. I am playing against John Laeng of the Hamburg Atlanteans. These are the decks you're going to be seeing today, so obviously this is the first time you're seeing Batar. Quite a rush deck, 3 Hunting Witches, Dust Pixie, Key Charge, Mimicry. So a lot of speed there. Decent steal as well in shadows. You know, you can't complain about double Relentless Whispers, too much to protect, bait and switch. Equally, look at logos, phase shift, wild wormholes. Gives you some speed there. So yeah, not a bad deck at all to be using. Equally, then you go across and you see that my opponent is using a mass mutation deck. Effervescent Principle could be a little bit of a problem. I mean, it will affect my opponent as well, but that is a good card. The Bony Thing is a good card for late on. The Rad Pennies are good as well. I think the creature control is the one problem with mine, and the one area that my opponent's deck has definitely got a plus in. Also as well, those access denieds could make it a little bit easy for him to block some of my creatures from reaping. So yeah, they're interesting decks. Looks quite an even match, and we'll see how we get on. So here we are in the game. That is opening hand for going first. I mean, not necessarily sure you want to see Key Charge in your opening hand. Equally though, there is a bit of an amber bonus there to be had. And also you can play the whole lab work to play a card, archive a card. So you can archive the Key Charge and there got rid of 2 cards on the opening hand, so that's not a bad beginning. So yeah, I mean, the Key Charge could have been bad had it not been for lad work, but that's not bad. So my opponent's played library card there, getting that out nice and early. Obviously that is the new version of library access. So I've gone into Untamed, I've put down Fuzzy Gruin, I'm going to put down Mushroom Man as well. Play Grasping Vines to get that lab work back in the hand, just try and clog the hand up a little bit. And then that's past the turn. So again, moving along okay at the moment. 4 amber to 1. I've got a bit of a board going. Yeah, got a Key Charge in the archive as well, so really can't complain about the start I've had there. That is a decent start. So yeah, my opponent's gone on to Shadows. They've put down Lucky Dice, which is friendly creatures can't be dealt damage when they pop it. They've played Dark Wave to do some damage to some creatures. Played Vandalize and put down Fidget. So then they pass the turn back to me. So now we've got 4 amber each, which is pretty good. I'm a smidge unlucky in that they've got to 4, because Magda the Rat and Ghostly Hand, if they had 3, I'd be able to steal all of it. But equally, I can certainly get onto a decent check. I mean, Magda the Rat shouldn't be that difficult to kill, which will steal 2 back from me. Oh, they've gone logos and they've gone Effervescent Principle, and they've put library card back down, played Munchling, and then passed the turn back to me. So now just deciding, do we go for the logos, or do we maybe try and get the Key Charge off out of Untamed? Just having a look at what's gone thanks to the Vandalizer played. As you can see, I've gone for the Untamed. So I reap with Fuzzy Gruin. And Reap with Mushroom Man, gives me to 6. Then I've Mimicry, Vandalise. This could be a mistake. One of the things my deck's short of is ball control, so maybe not binning off the Bouncing Death Quark rather than the access denied might be a mistake. So we'll have to see how we go. You can judge that one for yourself. But yeah, then I've used the key charge, and then I've put down the Flax here again as well. It's again the 2 amber. May have been worth seeing if they had something to kill Magda the Rat with and key charging, play the Mimicry and then kill the Magda the Rat after key charge or something like that. But they've gone into Star Alliance, put Captain Valgerico down, so now if they've got another 2 creatures, they're going to be able to play something out of house. That Captain Valgerico is a very good card, you'll all know that one well, and that could make a massive difference. So I could really do with killing that first opportunity. I mean, I've got nothing in my hand really to do it with, so I'll certainly be looking at fighting next turn to do that if that is an option. But they've popped the lucky dice, so now I can't do damage to the Captain Valgerico, unfortunately. Also as well, I mean, the Dimension Door's an alright card, but I've got no Logos creatures to read with. So yeah, I mean, that would have been a perfect time to fight Magda the Rat and Macy's Aspen, get rid of Valgerico. But that lucky dice, as you know, it's saved them 2 because they're going to get 2 back from me later. It saved the Valgerico. So yeah, that at this stage has saved that Captain Valgerico and can be quite important. So I mean, as you saw there, we've put down the Hunting Witch and we've done some reaping, got up to 4. I mean, the main problem now for both players is the board. Possibly me a little bit more than them, because Valgerico is going to allow you to house cheat, and it's going to be quite easy to get it into the middle of the board. I mean, it only really needs to have been in the middle of the board once per turn to trigger. So yeah, we're going for a big Logos turn now because we've popped that library card, so I imagine quite a few Logos cards are going to come down and help them draw cards. So they've reaped with Munchling, played Titan Engineer, drawn a card, played Rad Penny because of Valgerico being in the middle. That's allowed them to draw a card, play Bouncing Death Quark, so now they're going to be able to be very selective in terms of getting rid of my best stroke strongest creatures and leaving their best creatures on the board and killing their worst, least important creatures. I mean, for starters, they've killed Rad Penny. I mean, that's a good shout, that makes sense. Puts it back in the deck. So Rad Penny stole 1, killed Magda the Rat, and stolen 2 when they killed Magda the Rat. So obviously the Rad Penny's gone back in. They've destroyed the Macy's Asp because of the poison. They destroyed Mushroom Man. They're basically just trying to ensure that I am not in a position to kill Valgerico on the next turn. They may well kill everything of mine just to make sure I cannot kill Valgerico on the next turn. They've played Lethalogica, they've taken Positron Bolt into their hand. Just having a look through to see what I've got there. And again, there are some good cards there, but unfortunately, you look at that, how many cards in there are going to kill Valgerico? Yeah, so they just, again, I mean, they've still got 7 in the hand. They've passed the turn back to me. So yeah, I've got 4 Logos cards. I've got Fidget and I've got the Seeker Needle. probably should be fighting. I don't think I saw Foggy Fire come down, so I probably really should be picking Untamed here and getting rid of Val Jericho while I can. I may go for the logos though, just to try and get the logos out of hand, but having said that, I think that's a mistake. I'm going to call that a mistake and say what should be happening there is you go into Untamed and you kill Val Jericho. So yeah, I've put down all my logo stuff. Certainly there, that phase shift. That could have been really handy. To get another card out of the hand. So yeah, my opponent has gone Star Alliance. They've played Scout Pete. I mean, again, at some stage, another card is going to come down because of the Val Jericho. So yeah, again, they're just being careful here. So they've played Positron Bolt to hurt Fuzzy Gruin and one of the KOTE, the Adventurers. And they go 3 damage to a KOTE, 2 damage to Fuzzy Gruin, 1 damage to Snufflegators. And that is the extra card this turn. And again, we've put Stunner on Val Jericho. And then they've reaped with Jericho. And that's stunned one of the KOTEs. For Trigon. And got rid of Flaxia. Reaped with Mutagenesis Researcher. Played Security Droid for the Taunt. Lyco Alien comes down as well. And then Subject Kirby. And I mean, now there's one card in hand. If that's not a creature, might have been able to get that down as well. So yeah, big turn there. This time I'm just going for the steel, essentially to take them off check. And get some stuff down. I managed to get rid of the Val Draco for the moment, but again the problem is it's to hand rather than to discard pile. So yeah, it could be something we see again. Put myself in check on 7 though, which is not bad. I mean, I might get to the second key. But yeah, I mean, that Star Alliance board, it's a decent board, and again, some of them, I mean, the Subject Kirby, play fight reapability, play a non-Star Alliance creature, Val Jericho, if you can get it down again and get it into the middle, that'll be some house cheating. The 4 creatures, again, when with no wipe and not many cards that are specific, get rid of this creature's card, it can be a tough one to clean up that board. So he's gone into Shadows, he's played Seeker Needle. Well, he's used the Seeker Needle. Oh no, he has played Seeker Needle, it had a damage enhancement on it, done the damage to the Fuzzy Green to kill it, put Bone Rot Venom on the Snufflegators. Look over there to deal 2 to the unstunned KOTE, the Adventurer. Play Rad Penny to steal 1. Passed it to me. So yeah, I mean, that Rad Penny saved him there, otherwise I would have got a key. So I mean, I'm going to get it back off the Red Penny now because there we go. Yeah, I've killed the Kirby, so bait and switch has got me 2, relentless has got me 1. So yeah, but that's not too bad. Put myself on 10, taking my opponent off check. There's the Val Jericho again. And yes, it's on the flank. He only needs another 3 creatures to trigger it again. I mean, I'll be honest, he's going to do well to take me off a check of 10 from the cards that are in his deck, but he could. There's the possibility to be doing it. You see here, I'm looking at it thinking, please go high, because with that, you know, with that graph there, you're looking at it thinking, you know, interdimensional graft, go above 6, go, you know, go on, push. But again, equally, you know, he can see the deck list. He knows the interdimensional graft hasn't come out. He knows that we're on turn 8, so there's a good chance it could be in hand. So yeah, he's probably thinking, I can't really be going much above 6 here, otherwise I'm going to pay for it. There you go. So he's decided which card he was going to take. Probably looking to see how he can get Val Jericho into the middle. But again, a close game at the moment because, you know, what have I got there that's going to be able to get him off? And also, to be honest, I kind of at the moment don't want him to get off check. I want him to go to 7, 8, 9, 10, burst up and get grafted. Captured 1. Go. Played John Cargo, played Sloppy Lab Works. That's going to archive a card and discard a card. I think that might be. Is that Jericho in the middle now? Yeah. Well, it must be because of the playing the Sloppy Lab Work. Discarded auto encoder. At this stage in the game, that might not be a bad thing. Clear my board. Then pass the turn to me. So yeah, there we go, forge my second key. And there we go, I've gone into logos obviously because, as I say, I was going to be looking at the graft. So play interdimensional graft, that's going to take 1 off him. Play wild wormhole, which is put out a Snufflegator. Maybe I should play phase shift hunting witch first, then I'd have gained an extra amber. Could potentially have been helpful because obviously at the moment not on check, and my opponent has got so much there that realistically they're very likely to get to check on this turn. I mean, I've got the hunting witch does pixie, so if I want to go untamed I can get 1 and then 4. So yeah, I'd get 5 amber. So now I'm on check because of the interdimensional graft. Let's see, can my opponent get one? I mean, if he goes Star Alliance and he's got anything that just captures one or something like that, you know, he's going to have enough to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see all those Star Alliance creatures. 7 of them there. He just needs to find a way to take me off check. I mean, a lot of the answers have gone. I think it's going to be down to, has he drawn the Rad Penny or not? If he's redrawn a Rad Penny, then he'll be okay because he'll be able to get it out with Val Jericho and reap enough. If not, then, you know, I mean, the effervescent principle's gone. A lot of the answers other than the Rad Penny have gone. So yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised about the Star Alliance. 7 creatures down. Val Jericho's already in the middle. As I say, it's going to be, can he capture one? Can he steal one? There we go. Plays Bonithing. There we go. So that's stolen 2. And then that's probably going to be enough now, because I'd expect to see plenty of reaping there. I mean, again, he's seen my deck. I've already used the bait and switch. I've already used Relentless Whispers and 2 to protect. I mean, yes, I've got Seeker Needle, but so I've got Skeleton Key, but that's only worth 1. Magda the Rat's already been out in play. The Key Charge has already been used, so it's not like I can burst up and use the Key Charge now. Maybe I could have saved it and not used it on the first key. I do think it's often worth using though to secure the key. I mean, I lost quite a bit because of the effervescent principle. Yeah, as I say, I think we're going to see enough reaping here for him to get to check, and if he does, that's going to be pretty much it. We've still got there we go. So that's 6. That's 7. I mean, yeah, the Skeleton Key can get rid of 1. That's 8. And that's going to be it. So yeah, the Bonithing did it there. Without Bonithing or Red Penny in his hand, I think I win the game. So I'll play out the Untamed and, you know, burst up. But yeah, that Bonithing has done it. But again, I think maybe there were some mistakes made on my behalf. Maybe I should have been fighting into Captain Val Jericho. Maybe I should have got rid of the Death Quark, and that would have kept my board a lot larger than it was. So yeah, I think I possibly could have made a few better choices in there. Hard to tell, and it was very close. And that wasn't my deck. I've used it before, but yeah. Maybe see what we can do about doing better next time. I mean, in the round, one of the Snufflegators won, 2 of us lost, so we lost the round. So after this round, round 4, we've won 1 round and lost 3 rounds. So obviously, you know, we're not going to be doing anything near the top cut, but it is survival, so we're still not out of it just yet. So we will see how we fare in the next round. Thanks for watching, so feel free to like and subscribe. I love comments and criticism, so please feel free to leave those. I'll hope to see you next time, but until then, may the Forge be with you.